Hi, Eleanor, how are things?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I suppose a massive week. It's where every European player wants to be playing Champions League football. What's the mood like, and how excited are you?
I think it's very exciting for myself and also the team. This is my first Champions League, and it's just exciting the run up to it. We didn't even expect to be playing Champions League with everything going on. So I think we're lucky enough to even get one match, and then win the match and get to the next round and continue on. So we're all excited.
Absolutely. And then I suppose, Eleanor, you've had such strong form in the league the past 2 years, and there's only been one or two blips along the way. So you'll take great confidence from that going into Wednesday night.
Yeah, exactly. I think everyone's confident enough. I think we're the underdogs and we've nothing to lose, really. I think there's a lot of pressure on Glasgow to compete and win this match. So I think everyone's raring to go and kind of excited and kind of we're up for the match.
Absolutely. And then, Eleanor, you're obviously facing two familiar faces in Claire Shine and Tyler Toland. Being reunited with those guys is going to be, I suppose, a highlight maybe. But you can't shy away from how strong this Glasgow outfit are. I think they're going for 14 in a row, and they reached the quarter-final of the competition last year. So there is a huge challenge ahead.
Oh, it's massive. I think we got the hardest out of the whole group, and I think the players they have and the internationals, but we've internationals on our team. Everyone's played underage for Ireland, and I think it's important for us to kind of keep our head up and know that we have great players along as them. So we kind of have to remember that and remember how good we are.
Absolutely. And then, Eleanor, just last one from me. Off the pitch, are you down in Carlow, is it?
No, I'm in Blanche.
Okay.
I'm doing a master's now.
Brilliant. Enjoying it.
Yeah, it's all right. It's business, so.
Good stuff. And I suppose, is that all from home at the minute?
Yeah, so I'm actually working at the moment, and then I do college on Thursdays and Fridays. So it's tough enough kind of keeping the balance between all these things.
Hopefully you'll be going to college Thursday, or to work Thursday, or college Thursday, sorry, in good form.
Yeah, exactly.
Good stuff. That's brilliant. Thanks, Eleanor. Best of luck.
Thanks, Emma. Thank you.
Ralph Gallo.
Hi, Eleanor. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad at all. Yourself and Anya are having a bit of a nice battle, I suppose, in the top scorer stakes at the moment domestically. You're having a bit of crack between yourselves and training, I suppose, on that front.
Yeah, it's a bit competitive between me and her. I think the goals just come, and I think it's a bit of a laugh between us two. But to be honest, with myself, I couldn't care less if I win the Golden Boot or not. I just want to win the league and compete in Champions League and progress and all that.
Yeah, and I know at the start of the season you kind of mentioned the pre-season was going.
Well, there is it.
Longer experience. Obviously, going into this game, Glasgow, on the other hand, have just started their season. Are you looking at that as an advantage in terms of you will probably be more match sharp than they will be?
I think we kind of have to remember that they've been playing and training since I think it's July. They were in the Champions League previously in August, competing in the quarterfinals. So I think they'll be fit and match sharp as well as us. So I think they've an edge in their league because only the teams have been playing for 4 weeks, where they have been playing since July. So I think they'll be as fit and all as well as us. So I think it'll probably be matching up between the two teams.
Perfect. Thanks, Eleanor.
No worries.
Gary Spain.
Hi, Eleanor.
Hi, Gary. How are you?
Good. You mentioned you're working, you're doing a master's, and you're playing football just at weekends. Obviously, training during the evenings. Is it a really daunting task coming up in the Champions League against a full-time professional outlet? And would you like to see such a professionalism come to this country in our league?
Yeah, I don't think we're at the stage at the moment where we can go professional. I don't think there's enough money pumped into the women's section yet. But I think it's getting much better over the last few years. So I think it'd be great. Well, in my football career, that in Ireland that we can be professional and we can compete against all these teams across Europe. But at the moment, I don't think it's going to happen professionally. But I'd like to see it in my football career.
Frozen there, Gary.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll try and come back to you in a minute, Gary. Sophie, do you want to jump in there?
Sure. Hi, Eleanor.
Hi, Sophie.
You mentioned earlier, obviously, that Glasgow are a very strong outlet. They got to the quarters last time out. But does it help you that you're a bit more familiar with their players than perhaps other teams? And what do you think it will take for you to get past them?
I think it's going to take hard work and kind of pressing them high and keeping them on their toes. I think it's just important for us to play well, like keeping it 1-2 touches. They're going to be on us like we're not even going to get a touch at. So I think it's our hard work and kind of keeping them maintained. And I think they won't know our players as much as we know them, because obviously they've probably more matches streamed online and all that. So I think we'll know them better than they'll know us. And I think they'll kind of think they're just going to walk all over. So hopefully.
I guess crossed not.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned earlier, I think the Champions League has kind of been a bit up in the air this season. It was going to be a different format. It changed. There was a bit of maybe uncertainty about whether it was actually going to happen. Does that make it even more special, the fact that we got to this point where you're now going out to represent Peamount at this stage of the competition?
Yeah, I didn't think this was ever going to happen. It's my first Champions League and I was so excited. And then when it was pushed back, I was kind of like, oh, this is never going to happen. We're going to have to win the league just to play again Champions League. So I think we're so lucky. I know a lot of people in Ireland can't even play matches. So I think at this stage, it's important that we kind of have this match and compete in Europe. So it's great for us, and as a team we're going away to Glasgow tonight, again preparation for the match on Wednesday. So we're all excited and buzzing to go.
Brilliant. And what have you learned about your team, do you think, this year? What has impressed you most during the league games up to this point?
I think people are fighting for their places, really. It's so competitive trying to get in the starting 11. I think everyone's working hard. The team has changed a few times with the starting 11. So I think the commitment and kind of the raring to go kind of within the team has probably been one of the highlights.
Brilliant. Well, good luck on this week.
Thank you.
Gary, do you want to try again there? See if it works. Oh, still frozen, is it? Emmett, do you want to add something in the live? Yeah. Your mic, Emmett, there.
There you go. Sorry. Hi.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that. Can I ask you, Eleanor, a couple of things? One, within the confines of amateur playing, in an amateur team that trains a couple of nights a week, the fact that you haven't had a game in a couple of weeks, how do you prepare for a game like this? What do you do differently in training, or how much can you do on them in advance of the game?
Well, I think we're lucky enough within Peamount, our team, that we have enough players to play against each other. So they're probably the most competitive matches because people are fighting for their places, and 11v11 against your own players. I think that's very important, and it always ends up in a scrap because everyone wants to win. So I think that's how we prepped. Training was tough last week, and kind of tapering down to this week, kind of again preparation for this match. But training's been good. Everyone's in the camp is good and excited, and I think it's important for us to kind of don't show our nerves. I know everyone's just kind of raring to go and kind of wanting this match to kind of happen already.
Okay, and I read somewhere in a piece with you that you'd like to give it a go across in England at some stage, and you're coming towards the end of your studies. I mean, is that something that you think might happen over the next year or so?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I'll see what opportunities kind of arise for myself. If something does come up, I will consider it, and I think as a footballer who wants to kind of progress, they need to go abroad at the moment. So if the opportunity does arise, I think I will go and see what happens, kind of challenge myself.
How do you think the kind of landscape for young Irish players here looking to go abroad is changing? You know, the women's league in England has got stronger, a lot of more foreign players coming into it. But there's also been a bit more of a tradition with women players in this country going to continental Europe and obviously the States. That's been changing over the last couple of years a little bit, though. How do you kind of eye it up now from your own perspective?
I think a lot of players are going to playing in the English league, German, Italian league. So I think it's more European, which is kind of suited me more. It's closer to home and only a flight away. Whereas if you're going the likes of America or even, I don't know, Australia, if people go over there, I think it's close to home, and it'd be nicer to kind of get someone somewhere in Europe. And I think it's a better opportunity, whereas family can go over and watch for a flight over. So I think it's lovely that it's kind of changing, whereas Europe is getting stronger and competing against USA, especially in the international scene.
Yeah. Okay, terrific. Thank you.
No worries.
Gary, shall we try for a third time? No. Okay. Brendan Graham as Mike.
Sorry, Gareth.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Gary.
Hi, Eleanor. Just one quick one. Apologies about my just you've Wexford on Sunday in the FAI Cup semi-final. You're in a battle with Shelbourne at the top of the league. Is it really big games coming at you one after the other at the moment?
Did you hear that, Ellie? He's talking about the big games coming at you with the cup semi-final coming so quickly after the Champions League game.
Yeah.
Just about handling that, like, you know, the pressure of those big games.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's important for us to kind of remember that we have the league back home as well as the Champions League. But I think we're taking one game at a time. We're challenging for all the games, and like we have a cup game the weekend, so we're going to be prepping the same way, training Saturday, playing Sunday. We will be able to compete. Everyone will be rested and all the way up to their matches. So I think it's kind of exciting times for us. We're challenging for the Champions League and the league and the cup. So I think we have a lot of big games coming up, but it's definitely doable.
Ali, Brendan Graham's microphone's on work, so I just asked a couple of questions on his behalf. Your own form, how much confidence do you take from that of how well you've played this season, not only the goals but your performances?
I think I started off the season a bit rusty, to be honest, and kind of got into it the last few matches. So I think I have to kind of keep working hard and doing my extra training myself. So I think hopefully I'll be on form on Wednesday and playing well along with the team.
You mentioned there, Gary's last question about the importance of those games. Does that give you a slight edge, the fact that you're playing at such a high level and with so much at stake in all of those games?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Does it give you a bit of an edge, the fact that you're playing with games that have so much importance on them at the moment? Like,
well, if you look at last year, Wexford went to play the Champions League and came back, and I think they were wrecked and stuff. So I think it's important for us to kind of like remember that we can't get cocky and kind of overly confident about these matches. We need to take one big match at a time. We want to win the league again. We want to compete in Champions League. So it's important for us to kind of remember that there's big games coming up, and we need to work hard and kind of keep going throughout them.